What is going on, everybody? The vast majority of blockbuster NFL trades throughout history have gone down as one-sided deals. Think about Steve Young to San Francisco, or Brett Favre to Green Bay, or John Elway to Denver. But not every major NFL trade ends with a loser. Once in a while, every team comes away as a winner. These 10 blockbuster deals prove it. Here are 10 blockbuster NFL trades that were win-win for both teams. Number 10, Cowboys land Amari Cooper from Raiders. The Dallas Cowboys stood at 3-4 through their first 7 games during the 2018 season. There was zero production from the wide receivers. Offseason pickups Tavon Austin and Allen Hurns. Dak Prescott was unable to carry the passing game while defenses focused on shutting down Ezekiel Elliott. 2018, simply put, was looking to be another lost season in Dallas. Jerry Jones quickly got desperate, and fortunately the Oakland Raiders were willing to do business. John Gruden had already traded away franchise star Khalil Mack, and he was looking to deal away Pro Bowl wideout Amari Cooper. Gruden simply wanted to start from scratch in Oakland, clearly. So before the trade deadline, Gruden traded Cooper to Dallas in exchange for their 2019 first-round pick. It looked like a giant risk on the Cowboys' end at the time, but it paid off nicely. In 9 games with the Cowboys, Cooper caught 53 passes for 725 yards and 6 touchdowns. The Cowboys went 7-2 after landing Cooper, winning the NFC East and advancing to the divisional round before falling to the eventual NFC champion Los Angeles Rams. The Raiders, meanwhile, used that pick from Dallas on Mississippi State safety Jonathan Abram, who figures to be a long-term cornerstone player on their defense. And after moving on from Cooper, Gruden also opened up plenty of cap space to land stud offensive lineman Trent Brown, as well as safety LaMarcus Joyner and wideout Tyrell Williams. The Raiders have built their offense around workhorse running back Josh Jacobs and tight end Darren Waller, who enjoyed a breakout year in 2019. As good as Cooper was with the Raiders, Gruden showed that he didn't need the Pro Bowl wideout to rebuild his offense. It all worked out for the Raiders, just as it did for the Cowboys. Number 9, Saints surrender Brandin Cooks to Patriots. Brandin Cooks wasn't happy with his role on the New Orleans Saints offense, and he reportedly sought a trade. The Super Bowl champion New England Patriots quickly made a play for Cooks, acquiring him and New Orleans' 2017 4th-rounder in exchange for the 1st and 3rd round selections. With the 1st-rounder they got from New England, the Saints selected Wisconsin offensive tackle Ryan Ramczyk, named to the Pro Football Writers American All-Rookie team in 2017. He has quickly developed into one of the league's top offensive linemen. He was named a 2018 second All-Team Pro, having helped the Saints reach the NFC Championship game. He also earned his first Pro Bowl selection in 2019, and he'll continue to be a key component on their offense for years to come. Cooks enjoyed a 1,000-yard season with the Pats, helping them reach Super Bowl 52, where they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Patriots traded Cooks to the Rams in the 2018 offseason for their 1st-round pick that year. The pick was used on Isaiah Wynn, and though he had to miss his entire rookie year, the Patriots went on to beat Cooks and the Rams in Super Bowl 53 anyway. So the trade still worked out for them. Number 8, Raiders acquire Richard Seymour from Patriots. Seymour was a pivotal piece of New England's first 3 Super Bowl championship teams in the early 2000s. He was a 3-time first-team All-Pro and 5-time Pro Bowler with the Patriots, while being named to the NFL 2000's All-Decade team. But after the 2008 season, Bill Belichick used his patent move, trading away a cornerstone player while their value was still high. During the 2009 offseason, he traded Seymour to the Oakland Raiders for their 2011 1st-round pick. Seymour emerged as a leader and key contributor on Oakland's defense, earning Pro Bowl selections in 2010 and 2011, while helping them earn back-to-back 8-8 seasons after 7 straight losing years. The Patriots used that 2011 1st-rounder on Colorado tackle Nate Solder, beefing up their aging offensive line. Solder was a mainstay as Tom Brady's blindside protector for 7 years, and he helped them win Super Bowls 49 and 51. Though he never earned a Pro Bowl selection with the Pats, Solder was one of the most valuable pieces of New England's offense during the 2010s. He left to sign with the New York Giants in 2018 free agency and has never been the same. Number 7, Browns help Texans get their quarterback of the future. From Matt Schaub to Case Keenum to Ryan Fitzpatrick to Brian Hoyer to Brock Osweiler, the quarterback carousel was a serious issue for the Houston Texans, who otherwise had most of the pieces in place to compete for a championship. After dumping Osweiler's awful contract to the Cleveland Browns, the Texans went about finding their quarterback of the future, and the Browns were once again willing to help in that regard. At the 2017 draft, Houston managed to snag the 12th overall selection from Cleveland so that they could draft Clemson quarterback Deshaun Watson. In return, the Browns received the number 25 selection plus Houston's 2018 1st-rounder. Cleveland used the 25th pick on safety Jabril Peppers, who was sent to the Giants as part of the 2019 blockbuster that brought Odell Beckham Jr. to the Browns. Watson got off to a blistering start in his 2017 rookie season before suffering an ACL tear during a November practice. The Texans crumbled entirely without Watson, and because they traded their upcoming first-rounder to the Browns already, it meant Cleveland would get the 4th overall pick in the 2018 draft. After the Browns used their first overall selection on Baker Mayfield in that draft, they used Houston's number 4 pick to select Ohio State corner Denzel Ward. The latter had a superb rookie season and earned a Pro Bowl selection, and he figures to be a game changer in their secondary for many years to come. Watson's knee recovered and he guided Houston to consecutive AFC South Division titles in 2018 and 2019, even advancing them to the AFC divisional round in the latter year, before falling short to the Kansas City Chiefs. But with Watson leading the way, the Texans' Super Bowl window is wide open, and the Browns essentially turned that haul from Houston into OBJ and Denzel Ward. It's pretty good if you ask me. Number 6, Champ Bailey for Clinton Portis. Thanks to the haul they received from New Orleans in the unforgettable Ricky Williams trade, the Washington Redskins were able to wheel and deal before selecting Champ Bailey with the number 7 pick in the 1999 draft. The Georgia product quickly emerged as one of the game's elite cornerbacks, earning 4 Pro Bowl and 2 second-team All-Pro selections during his tenure in Washington. Prior to the start of the 2004 season, Washington sent Bailey and a second-round pick to the Denver Broncos in exchange for stud running back Clinton Portis. The Broncos then used that second-round pick on Oklahoma State running back Tatum Bell. Portis became the focal point of Washington's offense, recording 4 1,000-yard seasons and a 2008 Pro Bowl selection. Portis also helped the long-struggling Redskins reach the postseason in 2005 and 2007. Bell tuned in a 1,000-yard season in 2006, but Bailey was the true prize of this blockbuster trade. He completely revamped the Denver secondary, earning 3 straight first-team All-Pro selections from 2004 to 2006, and 8 Pro Bowl selections in total during his tenure in the Mile High City. Named to the 2000s All-Decade team, Bailey helped Denver reach the 2005 AFC Championship game plus Super Bowl 48, which they lost to the Seattle Seahawks. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2019. Number 5, Chiefs get 2 future Pro Bowlers for Jared Allen. Allen was one of the NFL's most prolific pass rushers during his 4-year tenure with the Kansas City Chiefs. But after they franchise tagged Allen, KC was unable to secure him on a long-term deal. The decision was made to shop Allen, and he was traded to the Vikings for their 2008 first-round pick plus 2 third-rounders. Allen, of course, continued to wreak havoc on the opposition after landing in Minnesota. He earned 3 first-team All-Pro awards, and Allen guided them to the 2009 NFC Championship game. The dude also recorded an impressive 22-sack season in 2011. Yeah, he was totally worth all the draft capital they surrendered. Kansas City traded up via Detroit Lions to select future Pro Bowl tackle Brandin Albert. But he wasn't the only gem they got in the trade with many. The Chiefs also used the 3rd-round pick, 73rd overall, on running back Jamal Charles. After an unproductive rookie year, Charles broke out in 2009, recording the first 5 1,000-yard seasons. He earned 4 Pro Bowl and 2 first-team All-Pro selections in his career. Not only that, but Charles helped the Chiefs emerge as a top team in the AFC, guiding them to playoff berths in 2010 and 2013. Season-ending knee injuries unfortunately cost Charles the chance to be part of KC's playoff appearances in 2015 and 16. But for a good 6-year stretch, he was one of the NFL's most prolific running backs and offensive playmakers. Number 4, the Eric Dickerson 3-way blockbuster. Alright, so this was actually a win-win for 3 teams, but we're including it anyway. The Indianapolis Colts were unable to reach a deal with linebacker Cornelius Bennett, whom they drafted with the number 2 pick in 1987. The LA Rams, meanwhile, endured a contract dispute of their own with franchise running back Eric Dickerson. The Colts traded Bennett to the Buffalo Bills, who sent away a bundle of picks and running back Greg Bell in return. Indy then dealt Bell, Owen Gill, and a handful of draft choices to the Rams for Dickerson, and managed to sign the future Hall of Famer to a multi-year extension. Dickerson continued to perform nicely after arriving in Indy, recording a trio of 1,000-yard seasons there. Though the Rams didn't get much out of the draft picks they got from Indy, Bell had 2 1,000-yard seasons for the Rams, and he posted 31 total rushing touchdowns over the 1988 and 89 campaigns. Bennett meanwhile emerged as a franchise-changing star for the Bills. He led them to 4 straight Super Bowl appearances, and he won the 1988 and 91 AFC Defensive Player of the Year awards. Call it a triple whammy. All 3 teams won. Number 3, Falcons get Vick, Chargers snag LT. The Atlanta Falcons held the number 5 pick in the draft, and they were desperate to move up to the first slot, hoping to take a can't-miss quarterback prospect in Michael Vick. The San Diego Chargers were happy to do business, and they surrendered their first overall choice in return for Atlanta's number 5 selection, their their 2001 third rounder, 2002 second rounder, and special teams return man Tim Dwight. Though the infamous dogfighting scandal unfortunately derailed a potential Hall of Fame career in Atlanta, Vick was well worth the pick during his 6 years there. Dazzling as a dual-threat quarterback, Vick earned 3 Pro Bowl selections with the Falcons. He also took them to the postseason in 2002 and 2004, including the NFC Championship game in the latter year. Like we said, the trade was completely worth it for Atlanta. Almost. Oh, and the Chargers wound up taking some guy named LaDainian Tomlinson with the number 5 pick they got from Atlanta. According to our calculations, the Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee had a pretty good career there. All he did was win the 2006 league MVP while recording a record-setting 31 total touchdowns. And LT did nothing but take the Chargers to the playoffs time and time again during his illustrious career. Yeah, the guy was pretty good. Number 2, Titans get a king's ransom, Rams land Goff. The Tennessee Titans already had their apparent quarterback of the future in Marcus Mariota, whom they drafted at number 2 overall in 2015. So the Titans had little use for the first overall pick in 2016. The Los Angeles Rams, on the other hand, were desperate for a franchise-changing signal caller. So the Titans agreed to send the first overall pick to LA, along with 4th and 6th rounders, in exchange for the Rams' 2016 and 2017 first rounders, as well as a pair of 2 second rounders in 2016 and a pair of 3rd rounders. For those who can't keep up with all that, the Titans got 6 total picks. 6. That's pretty dope. The Rams used the first selection on Jared Goff, who quickly emerged as the franchise-changing QB they lacked for over a decade. He guided them to an NFC West division crown in 2017 and to Super Bowl 53, where they lost to the Patriots. Meanwhile, Tennessee's haul, courtesy of the Rams, included ultra-reliable offensive tackle Jack Conklin, workhorse running back Derrick Henry, deep threat wideout Corey Davis, and tight end Jonnu Smith. All 4 of those men helped the Titans record a 4th straight winning season in 2019, as Tennessee made the shocking run to the AFC Championship game. 4 reliable and productive cornerstone players, in exchange for a franchise QB. What a deal for both sides. Number 1, Phillip Rivers for Eli Manning. You all know how this played out. The San Diego Chargers drafted Eli Manning first overall in 2004, but Peyton's younger brother refused to play for them. San Diego quickly struck a deal with the New York Giants, who selected Phillip Rivers number 4 overall. So the 2 teams agreed to swap quarterbacks, with San Diego also receiving New York's 2004 third rounder and their 2005 first and 5th rounders. While Rivers and the Chargers never reached a Super Bowl, he did lead them to one of their greatest stretch runs ever. They finished with the NFL's best record in 2006, and the Chargers reached the 2007 AFC Championship game. In total, Rivers guided the franchise to 6 playoff berths, and he's the franchise leader in most quarterback stats. And they got a reliable kicker in Nate Kading, plus Pro Bowl linebacker Sean Merriman with 2 of those draft picks they received from the G-Men. It's a pretty good haul there. Meanwhile, Manning went through a roller coaster 16-year tenure with the Giants, but the good outweighed the bad, and all he did was lead the Giants to a pair of Super Bowl championships in the 2007 and 2011 seasons. And also he earned Super Bowl MVP honors in both games. The Chargers got the better quarterback, but the Giants got 2 Lombardi trophies against the Patriots. It was a win-win for both teams, who each came away with a potential Hall of Fame quarterback. Although the Chargers never really won a Super Bowl, but you get what I'm saying. What other blockbuster NFL trades were a win-win for both sides? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media. Post great content all the time. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everything, we're on it. Go find us, subscribe, do the whole thing. Yeah. If you like this video, give it a like. It takes 1 click down below, and subscribe to TPS. We post videos every single day. Every day's a new video. Every day. New video. Sometimes 2 videos. Yeah, it's crazy. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo. I'll see you next time.
My knee.